Village Community Appearance Board meeting for Thursday, January 15th. Roll call, Mr. Edens.
Here.
Mr. Hubbard.
Here.
Mr. Langdale. Here. Mr. Benezra.
Here.
Mr. Jumping.
Here.
Ms. Booth.
Here.
Okay, has everybody had a chance to review the December 18th meeting?
Yes, sir. Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Edens, is there a second? Second. Second, Mr. Jumper. Any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Old business?
No old business.
New business?
There's a little bit of yellow on this agenda. We'll go through it real quick. Number 1 under signs, Top Line Barber, withdrawn by applicant. Number 2, Planet Fitness, withdrawn by staff. Number 4, Success on the Spectrum, withdrawn by staff. You go to the second page under building permit applications. Number 1, Brittany Park, withdrawn by staff. Man Cave, withdrawn by staff. Number 4, just a notation that it's a reduction to a conceptual review. Number 5 was withdrawn by staff. Number 6 withdrawn by staff, and number 7, they're also downgraded to a conceptual review.
Before we get started,
Yep.
Election of officers, would you guys like to partake at this meeting or push it off, considering that we don't have a full quorum?
Yeah,
Or-
just push it off, please.
Push it off, yeah.
Yeah.
You need a motion for that? Okay.
Perfect. So, on the diocese, there's a sign-up sheet. If you could come up and sign your name, and we'll start off with Captain Quarters.
Hello, everyone.
How y'all doing?
Good afternoon.
Your names for the record.
Dennis Falk, Matt Kleckman.
Kristen Leggio.
Okay, y'all all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so if you got one.
Yes, sir. Joe.
All right, so we're here to present for Captain Quarters Resort. We have some signage that we would like to present for the entire community, or, excuse me, building. As you can tell over the course of the last several months, there's been a lot of investment put into the building. A lot of different modern, innovative conceptions throughout the whole building. So we've tried to encompass that with their signage as well. And over the last few months, we've been developing a unique, modern, and innovative sign design. So for their main monument, you're going to see a few different elements here. From this side here, basically it's as if you're standing in the middle of the road looking at it. There's lots of different dimension here. All of our letters are all pushed through acrylic, backed with lighting. Okay, and then here you have accent lighting as well. It's going to be like a frosted acrylic glass that is backed with white LEDs. Of course, we have our electronic message center as well, and our address numerals are additionally raised as well. Below the sign, we have this concept of a nice, beautiful, decorative feature, but it also acts as like a fence. If you are familiar with the property, it has like a dip in the levels between the two different properties, so for safety purposes, right now there's a fence that will come down, and we are proposing to have this concept developed from the corner of the property all the way down to meet the building. Lots of different floral accents, again, to beautify the area, and we're hoping that you love it as much as we do.
Can I ask you a question? I guess I would call it the planters there, say the two different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, how tall is that, or what's the height from elevation?
It's
from maybe
36 inches, it's 3
from
feet
the
tall.
sidewalk?
Yeah, the 2 tiers
Okay.
in height, that's what you're asking, correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Matt, on that next slide, that sign location, is that current sign location or this proposed?
That's got to be proposed. There's a site triangle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the entire thing is set back that far?
It will be, yes. This probably doesn't depict it as much. It's really.
Yeah, we'll set back a little bit more, he's correct.
And you said these side panels, it's frosted acrylic glass, right, with
Yes.
LED?
Mm-hmm.
Just to have that, not to overpower.
It won't be a bright,
won't be
overpowering
very
light in
bright.
people's eyes at all.
It's a very interesting, different sort of configuration of anything we've seen.
I think it's a very impactful sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the height, I know, there was some heartburn at it originally when I looked at the email that we got.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those towers in the back that, you know, if we look at Compass Cove, Ocean Reef, those are some large signs too, but
Yeah.
if you look at the building and
Yeah,
the size
scale-wise.
proportionately and
Proportionally.
scale-wise, I think
I agree.
there's some positivity to that. And then
Yeah.
being set back, the way the depiction shows, I thought it was right on the street, and I wasn't really all sold on it
Yeah.
there, but.
I got you. I'm-
Which
So
is
I'm
awesome.
just wondering how that looks with that, I mean, are we still planning on starting the bed at at the street level and then just pushing it all the way back to where the sign needs to go, or is the whole thing scooped back?
We've got the bed right at the street level.
So
Is
you're
that
gonna have a
actually-
30-foot long bed with a sign on the very back of it,
I think it's actually closer to 45 or 50 feet.
okay?
So it really keeps it
So
clear.
it's got some depth to it from the road all the way back.
Yeah, that's nice, no cars even close to it. Great.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Commissioner Benezra, Mr. Edens.
That includes the building signage.
Yeah,
right?
we
You
got
got
it.
it?
Oh.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got.
We have a couple more,
Oh,
just a couple more little
okay, yeah.
general letters.
Yeah, I'll withdraw it for now.
Okay, I'll withdraw.
So this is the overall view.
So overall view of what's encompassed in the approval that we're looking for. Over here, you've got your main monument that we just talked about. We have two directional signages pieces here. Again, just very simple, short, enter and exits, dimensional lettering. And then we have our channel letter set above the awning here, which was part of, I think, the original concept as well.
And that wraps everything up as far as signage goes.
Okay.
Any questions for the applicants?
Is that still the proposed renovation completion, the look of it?
Yep.
Sure.
Yes.
The wood paneling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we stay there? I know this was came before several times.
Yeah, we
Came
did,
before
we
that.
did see the wood. We did see the wood, yeah. We did,
Okay, but then moving forward with it.
Yeah, this is.
Right.
Are the letters on the canopy lit?
Yes, they are. They're channel letters.
They're regular channel letters mounted on a raceway that's
That's
going to be
31 foot.
with the
yeah, but again, I think the proportion is
But
probably,
the letters are not tall.
Yeah, they're right.
it's good to the building,
That doesn't
which
matter.
is good.
The
I
slim
think.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, this is a really good approach to the signage package and how it relates to the architecture, the changes that are gonna occur there. And not just sort of simple things, which we appreciate, like colors and materiality, right? But also in terms of some of the geometry, you know, the tall, slender, and the stretched out horizontal. It's a really sophisticated design package for the sign.
Appreciate that.
Thank
We
you.
put a lot of work into this, obviously, a lot of different folks
yes.
being involved.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll repurpose this.
Second.
Mr. Benezra, Mr. Edens, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Dickey's Barbecue Pit.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Both your names for the record?
Charlie Kivett.
Okay, let's get one of y'all to sign in. Y'all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and the truth, so.
Got it. Kind of our challenge is what a lot of companies have here. Signage over time begins to degrade and show its wear. What we have is we have signs on the building that have been up since like 13, 14 years, something to that effect. We started with the idea of maybe trying to repair the sign or get it to look a little bit better. Combine that with some changes that Dickies as a corporation has made, change the logo a little bit and that sort of stuff. So what we'd like to do is in essence just update the look. Size will be basically the same size you have now. There is a sign on the front of the building and in the back, so when you combine the two, we are under the 4,500 or 45 square feet. And you're not really expecting any change, anything really noticeable unless you came by and we're like, hey, we're there every day. A little modest change, and that's what we hope to do.
It's very simple and it reads actually better than the other sign did, I
Yeah.
think.
A little bit more modern.
And that's what we think, and of course, that's why Dickies made the change to begin with. But
Yeah.
it allows us to kind of do both. One, to address the kind of the deterioration of the sign at the time, and then two, update the look a little bit as well.
How tall are the existing letters? Are they 2 feet?
Oh, you know, I don't remember the answer to that one off the top of my head. Because actually, it looks like the existing letters are actually
Rendered
I'd say
a little
taller.
bit bigger than the current.
They
sign.
did look smaller, yeah.
The new ones look small.
The new ones are
What
smaller.
question?
Yeah, I'd say
You're
yes.
showing a different color on raceways, are you gonna go with black
the new one?
Oh, you're talking about behind here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the side, they're internal lips,
You know,
levers.
I thought about that black, and it's almost like a graphic on the building, and I think actually, some people, this is just my opinion,
Yeah.
it almost makes it read, or it adds something to the sign. Maybe others don't agree, but
I think it's okay to do that, but you should do that more as a backer board if that's the intent of it, as a
Agreed.
raceway, it's gotta
well,
blend
that's
in.
probably, yeah. Because black, it does make it pop a little more, so
Well, the yellow ones that don't really see it this way.
Those barbecue pit letters, those are individual, channel letters, that small?
They are, yeah,
That's like 7 inches, 0.66.
pretty small, I think.
yeah.
That's where that backboard would pay off.
Yeah, they can, because those kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Is the building going to stay yellow or are you going to paint it beige?
Oh, the building itself, this is probably just the way that it's actually more of a
Okay.
beige color already. I think the sun being up is what's kind of shown that a little bit of difference.
So that's more correct.
Yes. But also what you've done is you've taken kind of the existing pictures and tried to show what this new sign will look like
Right.
on it.
Right.
So there's always a little bit of kind of off color, if you will, when you're trying to reproduce something. But anyway, questions?
Really, so this is where the hangup is right now, at least in my head, is either the track needs to match the building color, the
Okay.
raceway,
Which
or
are like more like that?
similar, or
Okay.
we can try to make the entire raceway more of a box for the letters to sit on, so that you have a background.
Okay.
Do you have a preference?
I don't know that I do know. I would probably refer to a signage expert, which I am not, to say is one easier or better. I do know that as we talked about the size requirements to make sure that it passed,
Yeah,
that when you went all the way out to Europe, you ended up outside of the square footage that was allowed.
Well, for your sake and for board's clarity, they generally wouldn't want you to go too far beyond the letters anyway.
No.
Let me ask you this for the board's clarity, you mentioned sign company, you're obviously with the Dickies. Is this a national company and they kind of give you a standardized sign option to choose from? So they're talking about modifying it, would you have to kind of go back to them and see if it can even be done?
I would, yeah.
But
Just to confirm, but like I said, we originally looked at it, the box that he's describing, and at that point it exceeded the square footage that was allowed for the sign. So that's where this design was about. And because we have signage on the front and the back of the building, we're only allowed the 45 square feet, so that's how we ended up kind of doing it that
I
way.
mean, I think with the franchise, it's hard enough. I mean, some of us know that, how it is. I think
Yeah.
this is almost standardized, and it's better
It
probably
is.
just to stay
Right.
with stand in this
Yes.
situation anyway, or
That's
at this
cool.
moment in time.
Yeah,
That's my thoughts.
yeah.
Any other questions for the applicants? Is there a motion?
Good.
No?
Well,
Like Lawrence has something coming out there, looking at it.
let me,
Well, I was gonna say, a motion to approve, but with the raceway matching the building. Instead of
That kind of
Yeah,
color,
so-
if I'm pointing right?
The building color,
Yeah,
whatever.
I would assume that that's an easy enough thing to be done.
And I'll second that, but make sure all repairs are made, painting, plaster, holes, whatever.
We do have two issues, one being that the building itself is owned by Burroughs and Chapin, and we'll make sure they're aware, and it should
Okay.
include the application, all the things we're expecting. So we'll coordinate that with them, but we're not expecting any problem at all.
Okay.
Okay, that was a second by Mr. Edens with all repairs and damages to be repaired at the change out. Discussion? All in favor? Nays? Motion approved. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Trade Winds Plaza. Halfway there. Anyone for Trade Winds? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Don't worry. Your name for the record?
Jamie Melton.
Okay, get you to sign in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. For those of your updated plans, Darius here will take them. All the things you were submitting in were not legible, so if you need them back, we'll scan them in and you can come back and pick them up.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
They're all yours. Reprint them again.
How many fixtures are you changing out? 18 of them?
There's 20 actually.
So there's 20? Okay.
Yep. There's 20. The original, the old poles, We're actually 26.8 feet tall, plus the 4-foot base. Wow. So it puts you at 30, right around 30 foot. The new poles are actually 14'5" with a 4-foot base, get you about around 18.5. So you're below your 25-foot max, but still getting your foot candles you need.
How powerful are the LED fixtures?
300 watt.
Each one? Yep.
But they're actually selected. We can turn them down. So, because like I said, they're actually originally, I think there was a 750 metal halide there, so we can actually select them down to 240, 300,
The board also
160.
Yeah, the bleed.
reviews the color temperature. Can you speak to that for them?
They're interchangeable. We can change them to 4, 5, or 6.
What are you proposing right now?
4,000.
4,000?
Should be
Okay.
should be
Yeah,
on plans.
that's preferable.
Pretty sure
Yeah, that's
4,000.
preferable.
Yeah.
Okay, questions for the applicant?
Exact same locations, no location changes?
Nope. Take the pole off, put a new light in place.
Motion
Any-
approved.
Sorry. Any chance of cleaning up the bases?
I can definitely tell the contractor that.
At least,
Because I think he's got one over there that's kind of on the far right, that's leaning, got hit by something, he's gonna fix that one. And I can definitely tell him that, hey, you know,
those look pretty ratty.
the way to
Paint
approve
them.
these is you gotta repaint them.
Well, okay.
Jeff, would you like to withdraw your motion?
Yeah, I'll withdraw that. Sure.
Okay, won't you just add it to your motion?
Yeah, okay. But what color are we going to say? They're going to be the yellow, like they kind of were, or something else?
Yeah.
see it, so you don't run
into
Yeah, that's true. That's probably usually what good people do. Okay.
That's your motion?
Yeah, motion with painting the original yellow on all, make sure everyone is consistent.
I'll second.
Gio, Heidi?
Yes, sir.
By Mr. Jumper, seconded it, and then those are at 4,000, correct?
4,000, yes,
Okay.
make sure that,
Okay.
That's
please.
fine.
Thank you.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion approved. Thank you, Mr. Nays.
Appreciate it.
Carolina Dunes?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Your names for the record?
Jason Colwell.
Okay, will you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
This is coming back to us, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
This one's before?
Yes, sir. So I do have some drawdowns from Sherwin. So those are the colors that we're proposing. So we kind of made some changes as far as including larger full elevation pictures, along with hiring like a third-party designer to help with the design team. And we really toned down the blue. We originally had the blue on both sides of the buildings, both elevations on the sides, and then a lot on the front. So we really toned down the jacaranda blue color. And more using it as an accent color. So the dovetail is the darker gray, and the skyline steel is the lighter gray, and then the pure white's more just on the corridor side.
It's a big improvement, you know, you're also using color to indicate the form of the building, right? So there's some
Yeah.
logic behind how the color is applied, so that's a great job. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, Mr. Hubbard, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Langdale, discussion? All in favor? Aye. Nays? Motion approved.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
y'all. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Richardson Office Building, is that conceptual?
Yay. Thank you, guys.
How y'all doing?
So, well, Mr. Board,
Your names for the record?
Ms. Glenn Allen.
Swear to tell the truth,
Okay, so we simply propose a simple two-story office building, primarily brick on the exterior, a little bit of lap siding in the gables. Single occupancy, single use. It's about as simple as it can get. For the site plan, I chose to locate it and orient it the way that I did, considering an apparatus turnaround. We sort of lose that opportunity if we were to turn the building 90 degrees from what you see. Yeah,
Just for note, the dumpster is, the white, just a white vinyl all around.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the dumpster area, you know, you've got a nice building, then you've got your dumpster, it's gonna be right out front there, that you might perhaps consider doing something a little more elaborate in terms of, rather than a white vinyl fence, and you got a chain link, I think, gate in front of it too. I would consider doing it bricks around and then a fence, the closure being more, a little more substantial than a chain link.
Understood.
And a pedestrian way to get in, so they don't have to open up the big gates to get into it too.
I got you. Would the board consider maybe more elaborate planting around that white vinyl?
I think if some sort of cinder block material or brick or something, I think would be my preference. I don't know if you've looked at the landscape.
Yes, no, I thought it was well done. Mine too. Thank you.
Other questions for the applicant? It is conceptual.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with the landscaping, but just looking at that plan, that's a great plan to look at. Because it's at an angle to 40, is that 44? 44. You're gonna want a solid wall at least on two sides of it probably, and by the time you do that, you might as well just build the U around it. And then I think that'll be a better backdrop to the landscaping itself as well, so. I'm cognizant of what you're saying, sometimes that can be effective, but I think in this, as much visibility as you have to the angle of it, it is the front door to the building in a certain way, and it is a dumpster, so I think you'd be happy that you screened it a little better.
I agree. I consider running the masonry for the screening all the way to the top of the enclosure, or maybe
Yeah.
say 4 feet up
Yes,
and then.
that'd be preferable.
I would just do it the whole way, make
Yeah.
it really simple.
Okay.
Your building, you called it simple, I appreciate that description, but it's pretty stately, and it's the simplicity, it's good proportion, I think it's nice materials. If you just do a U shape with masonry there, I think you'll be happy with it.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing I would think that would help this building actually quite a bit is if you wanted to take a slightly bulkier approach to the patio covers, the little shed roof you have on the backside. Right there. Perhaps with columns, perhaps a little more,
Brackets.
Can we look at the site plan real quick?
it's just a little shy of.
Is that even an operable door to go out to the rear?
It is, it's just a little patio area
Okay.
back here for employees, sort of a smoking section, or, staying outside and, catch the breath is what they do.
I wouldn't
It's
dive
not gonna,
on that
it's
one.
not gonna, yeah.
Here's
It's
the
not gonna
aerial.
make or break anything, but.
So they're gonna be backed up to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not inappropriately treated because it's very tertiary to the use of the
Yeah.
building, and they're just trying to get a little cover there.
Yeah.
But if that's something y'all want to consider, that would be fine, I think, too. But
Yeah,
my take on it is I don't think it's 100%.
Yeah, ultimately,
Right.
the reason it landed where it did is just cost consideration,
that's
is all.
Of course.
Okay.
Other questions?
Thanks. It's got to be posted.
Okay. You got enough from us, you
I
think?
think so.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
very
we'll see you
much.
soon. Town Place? Town Place Suites, it is a conceptual also. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Names for the record?
Jeremy Rowe. Joe Recto.
Okay, both y'all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so you got it?
Yes.
Or more people? Your names for the record?
Come on.
Chocolate with Bolton. Zoe Conrad with Bolton.
So we're here to present the Town Place Suites by Marriott. It's going to be located in, right now it's a vacant lot that's surrounded by Robert Grissom Parkway, Sea Pine Boulevard, Seaboard Street, and then Pine Island Road. It's going to be divided into 5 parcels, and we're going to be taking over parcel number 5, which has a private easement for a driveway off to the west, and then off to the north, there will be a road easement that will also be at that location. The site plan is, so this is the driveway that connects to Sea Pine Boulevard. The building's actually oriented so that the front of the building is facing Sea Pine Boulevard. We have a pylon sign that will be part of this main entrance that's located in that easement. It's about a 7-foot by 7-foot brand standard pylon sign that will be located there. There's 122 parking spaces, and then our dumpster is up to the north near that access road. The front of the building, when you first see it coming into the main entrance, this is the main portion of the building that you'll see. It's a 4-story hotel with 104 rooms. We're basically using brick as a base element, and then ephes with 4 different colors to break up the long facade. The whole facade's about 267 feet long, so we're using kind of the ins and out of the building, and then also the accent colors to help with breaking up that facade. This is another view. Oh, sorry, can we go back one? On this facade, we're also going to have building signage for the Town Place Suites. On the side elevation, this is a view from the private road up at the north that will be eventually built. This will be another location where we're going to have signage, and this is again just carrying the same material palette around, having the brick base and a couple color changes with the project.
Just for clarity for y'all and the board, some of the signage is depicted today is just conceptual. They still got to get with staff because some of the signage that they're showing isn't written into the PUD. This is a PUD, and so like your monument sign may not be going where you say it's going. So you may want to get with the developer. He's got a plan for all the signage and the requirements, and some of it what you're showing that isn't going to be doable.
Okay. The back elevation, we do have an outdoor pool and then an outdoor grilling area. Both are screened with, basically the pool is screened with brick and then pockets of fence. We have also kind of a trellis fence element that also kind of covers up the grilling area. This would be a view from one of the back parcels. And then the other side that faces Robert Grissom Parkway is basically the same as the other side, just without any signage.
This is a prototype, pretty much, is it not?
It is.
Prototype, right?
Just a
It is.
variation on the color scheme with the
A little bit,
prototypical
yeah,
layout.
yeah.
Yeah.
The design is pretty much all.
Yes.
Yeah, all the forms are basically from the prototype. More of the elevations that we've provided with, so you can see the score lines of the ephes, and then we have all the materials tagged to the legend. The landscape plan.
What is this private road you're referring to? Where is that?
So you're up here.
Basically, you go back.
Pine Boulevard is a private road in the PUD.
Okay.
We got Seaboard, Pine Island, and
So there's
Robert.
another parcel between Seaboard and this building. So really it's
Yes.
closer to the Grissom side.
They haven't subdivided it yet.
It's in the process.
Yep. And then there's gonna be another private road that's gonna cut through here. So these are not gonna be city streets. The only city streets you got Seaboard, Pine Island, and Robert Grissom. Sea Pine is a private street. And you're gonna have a parcel here. This parcel they're taking, this one, and this one. They have yet to subdivide any of that, so it's not official.
It was it's on one of those parcels.
They've had some projects, but everything's dead.
Okay. Parcel 3 was like that. or-
There's gonna be an apartment building.
Yeah, yeah.
Sea Pine goes from Grissom to Seaboard, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's private.
We've seen the last few businesses we've seen over there, right across the street over there, the watch repair.
Right, yeah.
Sandwich shop here.
There we go, yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're looking at this field right here.
Yes.
So the lot is devoid of any vegetation, period, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
What would be Robert Grissom elevation again, please?
to Shuttlecotty's project there that you just had, did you guys submit photographs of the surrounding buildings and the context and so forth, or
We submitted pictures of the site, we didn't do
just the
the,
dirt?
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of dirt.
Because I know one of the issues last time, the other hotel that was proposed, and I know where you're going at it, we had a big issue with it because they were just trying to use the prototype box.
Right.
And it never came back in front of us.
Right.
And I was gonna go there later on, and I think that was the concern, is trying to bring some of these elements over.
Right.
To
It'll
try to-
blend in with
yeah,
the
trying to blend it all
surrounding area.
in.
Absolutely.
And mostly, the interior visibility of this doesn't bother me so much, but the fact that it's right on Robert Grissom, especially with
Yeah.
the narrow views, is really,
I agree
is
with that.
kind of a main
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
If we have an opportunity, that whole corner over there being that burned down restaurant and that part, it's a really good opportunity to clean up that area significantly.
It is, yeah. And there was a lot of design attention and detail and multiple meetings with the project that we just had on the screen, from when they originally, they were originally thinking and sort of where it morphed to. And it's been, pretty successful, even in this sort of little bit overbuilt environment in terms of the residential aspect of it. It's attracted, a good business there, as well as these retail stores, which were, part of the vision of the PUD, right, is that you would have almost like this, a bit of a mixed use kind of community. So the scale of these buildings, some of the materials, the detail, the character, right? I think you've got a little work to do in terms of making sure that you hold on to the brand characteristics that are going to be very important, right? As we know that do work like this, and so, but how also do you fit into the context? And that's the charge of this board. Our mandate is that we look at a project and make sure that it is compatible with the surrounding properties, and that's why I asked it, had you submitted, this is the most prominent adjacency that you have.
Yeah,
It's all
right
part of that PUD that Mr. Shelley and Bill Shuttlecotty came in and did this really cool project. So, but we are sensitive of the fact, and I just put it out there right away, that you have brand standards that you need to meet, right? And that those tend to not be negotiable, and we're not going to walk over those.
So true.
But it's something other than just sort of pulling some plans out of the drawer, as it were, and putting it on this site is going to be important.
Our original guidance that we were given was we also developed the Homewood Suites over at Grand Coastal Mall. And our original guidance was to use the color palette, the first floor brick, from that development.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting now that we look more towards the assisted living building style, as opposed to the original suggestion, which trying to match the hotel to the other hotel that kind of bookends the corners there of Seaboard? So just trying to make sure we focus the right way, because I think we may have taken that too literally, because we leaned very heavily into the look of the Homewood Suites per that original CAB suggestion.
Yeah, and I just, full disclosure, I look a little different now than I did back then, but I designed that building.
Yeah.
So, this is Gibson project, so
It
you're
is.
back with
Yes.
Gibson?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
there
I'm
we
back
go.
with Gibson.
Sorry.
It's a
reminiscing
Gibson
there,
project,
right.
and we're working on it together. He couldn't be here today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
Well, say hey to Michael for me.
yeah.
The reality is that the proximity of existing buildings is a consideration.
Yeah.
And I'll just say it again, like, we understand you have standards that you need to meet. Now, I love the color palette, I'll tell you that for sure, right?
Okay, so no
And you are right
no
on
need to
target.
No, that's
Don't-
great.
vary too much from what
Don't
we have.
copy the other one, you're not.
Yeah.
You're introducing some more earth tone greens and stuff, I think that's good. The colors are compatible with the active adult community that's beside you in the retail. I just think that there's some detailing perhaps that can, whether it's the fenestration, whether it's some of the bays, breaking the scale down a little bit maybe. I I don't want to tell you how to do it, because you've got a great architect that you're working with, and they can do it, but our job is to communicate out what the concerns might be.
Understood.
But no, don't match that building, that's not what we're saying to do here.
Okay, and I know one of the non-negotiables with Marriott are, unfortunately, those two wings on top. Are those gonna
Yes.
be
Well-
okay as far as, because that's gonna be a longer discussion with Marriott if I need to modify those.
Do you look
off
at?
the
Good luck.
building.
Good luck on that one.
A much longer discussion.
Yeah, so they'll have a list of things, as we all,
Yeah.
right, that say this is that, and there's certain, you know, pieces that are non-negotiable, like we're saying, but there's ways of detailing some of this, right?
Mhm.
And emphasizing certain aspects of the building with a character that is consistent with the brand, but maybe a little bit more articulated, a little bit, you know.
Understood.
Again, I don't want to tell you how to do
No,
it,
I
you
get it.
don't know how to do it, but.
I mean, I think it
But
has
you,
that,
you
it
can
has
come
that
back to
modern
us and say,
flair,
like,
It
these are the
does.
10 things we have to do.
but it just needs a little
Period.
southern flair to
There
it.
you
I mean,
go.
that's all it
That's-
is, the
That's
problem.
pretty much.
It's just a little bit of southern flair, I think
Yeah.
you could do it enough.
Yeah.
there.
And you could accomplish it by integrating some more materials.
Yeah.
Something like that could be enough to change the.
You could just integrate a few more of the low country style materials and maybe perhaps play with, that brick base, I understand where you were coming from, but I do think that it flattens the whole thing even more. I think maybe playing with the different sections of the buildings, get different heights of the brick. Some may just go down to the water table, some climb up to the second floor, first floor, whatever, to kind of change the massing of the building a bit. But I think introducing a few more materials in here, whether it's lap siding, whether it's some poly wood perhaps, or something like that would really help you get more of that low country look. And those angled roofs, the single pitch roofs are not terrible at all.
No.
But I think you can articulate them a little bit better. Perhaps if it wasn't a flat structure, running to a flat structure, perhaps if there was some shrinkage at the top, crown, or some kind of way to just articulate them a little bit more, I don't think it's a terrible element at all.
There's some great examples out there of this particular brand in communities that are a little bit more coastal. And I'm thinking you want a certain character that has a coastal kind of vibe to it, with it being here at the beach.
Set
And
back a bit from the building.
yeah,
Coastal's good.
but it's a good brand.
Good advice, thank you.
Yeah, it's either,
Recessed back from the
Do
building.
you have enough from us, you think? Anything else for the?
Was there anything on the landscaping? Well, no, we went
Oh,
back to this.
Let me just see I don't think there was, no, I thought the landscaping was very well done. Yes, very well done, thank you.
Anything else from the board? Think you have enough from us for now? Yes. Okay. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
Anyone from public comments?
Man, I didn't wanna interrupt the meeting, so.
Non-agenda items?
The volunteer luncheon.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Rubber chicken.
Love to see y'all. We're still on. Hey, get in.
They're still on
Get
YouTube.
the
Non-agenda.
measure until we adjourn. Thank you.
Anything else from the staff? Non-agenda items from board members? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.